Ghosts, goblins, ghouls, demons, and some dude named Maximo. These are the crucial ingredients to the incredibly successful Ghosts and Goblins, or ghouls and... Look, you know what? I'm just going to start saying GG from now on. Now GG has many different entries, ports, and even spin-offs. Today's episode, we'll be going back to the very start, with Ghosts and Goblins, released in 1986 on the Nintendo Entertainment System by Capcom. Now, this is known as one of the hardest NES games around. Is it? Let's pop it in and find out. Like a vast majority of the early NES games, GG was released on arcades first, and it was a very successful quarter muncher, ending up in the top 10 arcade lists back in the day. The beautiful princess is kidnapped. Her lover, the knight in shining armour, Arthur, sets out to rescue her. He must pass through 7 different guarded gates, destroying demons, dragons, giants, zombies. Hang on, what? No goblins? Amid great danger, you must defeat your foes and rescue the princess. Now, Arthur can only take 2 hits, and in his weakened form, he is shown in his infamous boxer shorts sprite. There are many weapons to be picked up in this game, but if you know anything about this game, there's only one that you'll need.
Get the knife. Get the knife. Get the knife.
Now, no doubt about it, this game is difficult. But it does have unlimited continues. And even more generous than that, no matter where you game over, if you've passed a checkpoint, you will actually start from that checkpoint. Not the start of the level, like 99% of the games back in the day. GG has a time limit. Now that doesn't mean much in the early stages, but as you progress, it gets stricter and stricter. And it definitely adds to the brutal difficulty of this game. Another huge kick in the armour is even after you've completed the game, it gives you this infuriating screen and expects you to go through the whole thing again. If I ever do a Benji Beats of this, I'm telling you now, I am not doing that second run. Honestly, when it comes to looks and sounds, it's not the prettiest game, with fractured visuals, sprite flicker, and just messy looking pixels. But this was a fairly early NES game, so I will cut it some slack. One other thing too, is that your severed head on a pike on the continue screen? That's some real Game of Thrones stuff right there. The music is very well known at this point, and it's still pretty great, although obviously later iterations have it much improved. Now, I never played GG OG growing up, but I did have GNG, SNES. Alright, Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the SNES. That was one of my childhood games. So, playing this one now, it's pretty hard for me not to constantly compare the two. But I'm not going to keep talking about that one, because we'll be definitely visiting that in a future retrospective, once we hit the Super Nintendo. Now, as stated, the game has a vast majority of ports, remasters, and spin-offs. But, as far as I know, the best version of any GG is the modern release of GG Resurrection, which isn't so much a remake as it is a reimagining. I really do need to get round to playing it. And now, on pricing, this is a very well-known title in gaming history, and its prices do reflect that. A loose cart goes for about $50, and the lowest I've seen complete is around $120. So, that was Ghosts and Goblins, with Nadia Goblin in sight. Now, it definitely deserves its reputation as one of the harder NES games, but it is quite fair with its checkpoint system, like very generous checkpoint system, and infinite lives doesn't hurt either. But with all that, it's still very, very difficult. And unfortunately for me, it's just not worth pushing through when it's that damn hard for me. So with that, this one will be running around in its boxer shorts in the barrel of shame. Now, in retrospect, there are no bad games, but there are bad game titles. Ghosts and Goblins is cool, but it's false advertising. Why not call it Arthur's Quest or something? See you later. Actually,